to serve as a capital. With the success of their policy of ethnic cleansing against Azerbaijanis in 1918 to 1920, Armenians could continue to pursue their aims in the Soviet period. The autonomous oblast status granted to the mountainous part of Karabakh inside Azerbaijan in 1921 under pressure from Stalin, and the expansion of the territories which they had achieved through the so-called Sovietization were not enough for the Armenians. In order to please them, Stalin realized the policy of deportation of the Azerbaijanis with his decree of December 23, 1947. 100,000 Azerbaijanis were resettled from Armenia to Azerbaijan in 1948 to 1950, and Armenians from abroad were allocated the evacuated houses. Armenia, which gradually expanded to 29,800 square kilometers at the expense of Azerbaijani territory and received about 230,000 Armenians from abroad between 1921 and 1973, did not retract its demands of the inclusion of Karabakh under the pretext of claims on the mountainous part and Nakhchivan in Armenia. Concerning the Azerbaijanis who remained in Armenia, the ethnic cleansing was concluded with the next and final deportation stage, which started in 1988 and ended in 1991 with the expulsion of Nuvadi village in the Mehri district within one day. Along with ethnic cleansing, the process of removing the place names of Azerbaijani origin was also underway. This process began in the early 19th century and almost concluded with the law of December 1, 1995 of the Republic of Armenia. As for Azerbaijani monuments, only 2 of the mosques could survive until 1988. One of them, Göy Mosque, had been turned into the Yerevan Museum of History and underwent so-called restoration after 1991 and is now presented as a Persian mosque. The Demir-Bulaq Mosque was razed to the ground and its street was named from Nerimanov into Verdanans. Of our architectural mansions in Yerevan, the House of Panakhan, which was first used as a hotel, was later turned into a residential building and geological laboratory. Another exquisitely beautiful hotel demonstrating the greatness of Azerbaijani architects was destroyed in the 1970s. The houses of the Azerbaijanis and the large gardens surrounding them were destroyed, and a monument for so-called genocide victims was built in their place. Only the houses of Ismail, Ahmed and Habib brothers in the lower part of this monument survived until 1970, and these were then also confiscated by force. The building of the Armenian parliament was constructed upon the Azerbaijani Children's Cemetery in Yerevan. The Azerbaijani Women's Cemetery was left under the central department store and the hospital. As for the third Azerbaijani cemetery in Yerevan, located on the way from the railway station to the Tokhmakh, now Vardavari Lake, it too was desecrated. Also the sacred cemetery of Agadede in Arara province, sacred Arbulakh cemetery in Lori province, Gehi in Sunik, Gülübulak in Shirak, Gölkent, Shorja, and many other Azerbaijani cemeteries in Gekarkunik and other provinces became victims of Armenian barbarism. Unfortunately, this policy pursued by Armenia hasn't received the attention it deserves and has certainly not been condemned by the international community. The occupying Armenian state, which is unlikely to be punished for its deeds, wasn't satisfied with displacing the indigenous population of these territories, but continues the strategy of removing every sign of the historical roots of the Azerbaijanis, who lived and thrived on this land for centuries.